Hello everyone, my name is Rafal and welcome to my vlog. So today's vlog, I just want to talk about a couple things. First of all, I would like to talk a little bit about my recent photo shoot, and I'm going to show you some of the behind the scenes, and also I'm going to share with you guys some of the details how I create those images. On a second note, I just want to talk a little bit about my creative process. And this is something which is extremely important for me, and also I've done similar vlogs before, but I've decided to do this all over again. And the main reason is whenever I post any of my images, there's two types of questions I've been receiving from you guys. One of them is what kind of gear do I use, and the second thing is, and the second question what I hear the most is what kind of settings do I have for my images. So I just want to address this, and I want to talk a little bit more about it, because I have to say those two things are the less important part of any photo shoot what I'm doing. And I think everyone needs some kind of structure how to approach those photo sessions, and I just want to explain to you guys how I approach to those things and what is my structure. And I actually created 4 steps approach to all my photo shoots, and I'm going to reveal them today. I'm going to talk about them step by step, and I'm going to explain you how they help me to approach those photo shoots from completely different angle, and also that allows me to control my photo shoots a little bit better. And also what happens is the results are much greater and they're much better. So let's jump into it and let's discuss them step by step. So the thing number one, and the step number one what I do is pre-visualization, and this is something extremely important for me because I need to know what I'm going after. I need to have at least some kind of idea of the image what I want to create. And this is, I think, most of the time missing by a lot of photographers, and they don't actually prepare themselves what they're trying to achieve and what they want to do. They basically jump into the photo shoot and they hope for the best, and they try to do things as they go and spontaneously create something which will work. But I actually do this completely opposite way. I'm trying to put the image in my head first before I even jump into the photo shoot, because then I know which direction should I go. And even if I have some challenges, even I have some bumps along the way, at least I know where I'm going, and I can basically adjust or change things to make this entire process work. So how I actually get those ideas, how I put this image into my head. So we have a lot of resources nowadays. We have internet, we have tons of different social media platforms which have tons of material, they have tons of images. And this is how I actually put those ideas together. I go online, I start searching for different things, and whatever I like, I have my little library where I put those images on the side, and I know, okay, this is something which I really like, and I put this thing with this. If I merge those two ideas together, then I will create something interesting. And that is my process of creating those concepts. So I would like to highly recommend it to you guys. If you will plan any photo shoot in the future, try to create these concepts together. You can create some kind of mood board, you can create some kind of concept, and try to execute this. You will see how much easier it is and what kind of results you're gonna get. And let's go back to my recent photo shoot, and that's what I would like to discuss today, because that's what happened on this photo shoot. I have planned and I visualized this image before. I knew what I'm going after. I discussed with my makeup artist what exactly we're going to be doing. I prepared the flowers, I prepared the background, I prepared the tones and colors, and I knew exactly what I'm gonna do on this photo shoot. So I know most of the times you guys don't see those things and I don't discuss them quite often, but this is the process which goes into those photo shoots. And I have to say that before, again, I jump into it, I have tons of notes, I have tons of things written down, and I have everything pre-planned, and I'm actually jumping to the photo shoot with already made up idea, with already made up an image in my head, and I'm just trying to execute this whole thing. So the one tip what I would like to share with you guys, whenever you're starting collecting all those concepts, different images, different ideas, this is how you're gonna build up your style. This is how you're gonna create the things which you like, and you're gonna eliminate all those things which you don't like. And this is extremely important because this is how you're gonna basically develop your skills, you're gonna develop your style, and it's going to be much easier for you in the future to create something interesting and something unique because you know exactly what you're going after. So let's go to the next step. So it's planning the photo shoot. So whenever you have your idea already in your head and you have some kind of concept put together, you have to plan it how you're gonna execute this whole thing. And I think now it's not as difficult process because you know what you need. You actually analyze the image, that you analyze the entire concept, and you know exactly what you have to do. So it's really, I would say, much smoother process to go through. And even if you don't have certain things, even if this entire thing needs additional things which you have to implement it, it's much easier to do because you know exactly what you're going through. So I'm not gonna elaborate here more. I think, again, important thing is to write everything down, have all these ideas, all the steps you have to go through, put together, and it's pretty much ready to go. I know there's a little bit of analysis which you have to implement it in this entire process, but that's the way it is, and that's gonna make your photo shoot go, as I said, much smoother and much easier. So let's go to the next step, which is control the photo shoot. And again, as soon as you have all this thing in your head, you have everything planned out, the execution is just the fun part. You don't have to really push it too hard because you know what the direction is and you know exactly what you're going after. At that point, you mold your idea and you try to adjust certain things to make this idea and this concept even better. So you have to play with different settings, with different lighting, with different things, because throughout a shoot some of those juices start coming out, and it's much enjoyable process to make this whole thing better. So again, I'm not gonna talk too much about it because you guys already see that as soon as you start kind of going through those steps, the process is much easier to go through. So the last step is whenever we actually have this raw product which is already with an idea and within the kind of boundaries which we are planning to do, now we have to take this to another level and we're gonna go through retouching. And this is actually the same thing which those previous steps. It's important to analyze the image, it's important to see what we've got, and now how we can take this to another level. And for everyone who is starting retouching, I know it's not an easy process. I know those things takes time to learn, and it takes a lot of, I would say, time to get good at it. But the same thing applies to the retouching. As soon as you know what you're going after, it's much easier because you know those challenges, and it's much easier to execute them if you know what you're trying to achieve. So another idea, and this is again the same thing, it's good to analyze the image, in my opinion, and write down everything what we have to fix or we have to adjust or what we have to change in order to take the image to another level. And I used to do that all the time. Till today, sometimes I look at the image and I go step by step, and I'm looking at the background, I'm looking at the skin, I'm looking at the hair, I'm looking at the symmetry of the image, I'm looking on all those little aspects of the image and what I can do to make them look better. Sometimes it's an easy process because, for example, the image itself is already well done, that the image basically needs a little bit of touching here and there and a little bit of adjustment just to take it to another level. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time, but at least, again, you have the goal, you have the vision and what you're going after. So basically, that's what I would like to actually share with you guys, and I hope this is gonna help you a little bit. And that's exactly what happened in my last photo shoot. As I said, we've planned everything, we execute this the way we want it. Now we got to the point where I have to retouch it, and again, these images, they really didn't need much. I just basically did a little bit of retouching on the skin. I didn't change much to the background. The flowers were all done properly. We again planned this before. We knew how we're gonna execute this and gonna make this work. Those are basically the final images. I hope you guys like those pictures, and I also hope you guys like the process of creating those images. I hope this vlog really give you, I would say, new approach to your photo shoots, and will help you to execute them better, and you will see tremendous differences in the final results. And I'm sure you're going to be much happier with your pictures, with your headshots, and whatever type of photography you are doing. So if you have any questions, if you would like to add anything to this vlog, feel free to email me or message me. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. And thank you for watching. If you last that long, I really appreciate that. Thank you for spending that time with me. I really appreciate it. I'll be in touch with you guys very soon. Thank you for watching again. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye bye.